Okay guys, welcome back to another blockchain news video. Today in the market, we have a sideways movement. We did get some negative percentages here and there, but overall Bitcoin has remained right at that level that it crashed to here yesterday. So currently at $7,909, Ethereum 199, XRP 20 cents, Bitcoin Cash 268, Bitcoin SV in the green for $200. Currently, Bitcoin is up at that 7,109, even though it's showing red for the 24-hour period. We did see a low of around $7,600. So anybody that bought at that level, that was definitely a good move, I believe. I think we're going to keep moving up. And I got some news for you guys today that's going to possibly be confirming how bullish not only are people in the cryptocurrency market still, even though we did get that sell-off, but some of the miners actually are showing very bullish signs. So jumping into the rest of the market, like I said, we do have a red market overall. Currently right now, BNB down almost -4% at $16. EOS near that $3 mark. Litecoin under $50. Tezos is currently $2.53. Link $4.02. And Maker in the green, BAT token in the green. So some good movement here and there. My guess is that bots are doing pretty good, profiting here and there. And that's what this sideways movement is pretty much about. Jumping right into the news, we have first up, Pitch Deck says Solana is supporting Dish Network Kick for its web scale blockchain. So Dish Network and Kick are looking into Solana, which is currently a new blockchain that I remember was in ICO or was looking to go into ICO here in 2018. Now, it seems like they never did actually sell their tokens back then, and they're either looking for a 10 million strategy round, or they're going to be doing around 2 million in a sale from the native tokens to retail investors this month. Now, the cool thing is that Dish is looking to use Solana's protocol as a basis for a tokenized 5G network that could be used to hire space on-chain for web-connected devices. So currently they're in the final stages of the proof of concept demo with Solana, which does confirm kind of that, at least that test case being used from Dish Network. And then Kick did make a pretty firm statement in regards to their interest in this new blockchain. And that is because this new blockchain stating that it can provide a scalable layer 1 protocol with a throughput of about 50,000 transactions per second in tests. So we know that Visa currently does 60,000 transactions per second, and Solana is claiming around 50K. So pretty interesting there. Let's see how that's going to play out. The potential sale for the native tokens can take place, I believe, next month or later this month, actually, of March. So keep an eye on it. If you're interested in stuff like that, it's going to be for retail investors if it does take place. And I think it might be something interesting here to keep your eyes on either way, whether you're participating in that ICO or if you're not. I'm going to be watching from the sidelines. I've kind of had my fair share of ICOs for right now. I'd really want to see platforms kind of deliver first and then kind of decide if I'm going to be jumping in or not. So they also stated that they've happened to outscale Stellar, and this is coming from Kin, right? The Kick folks that were on Stellar for about 2 years, and now they're jumping over to Solana. And what I'm thinking is that blockchains as a whole, I don't even know if it matters right now, other than your blockchain not being slow, if you do have a lot of companies on your blockchain or not. Because if projects are able to jump around, which I did see from Ethereum to EOS, or from Neo to Ethereum, or from Ethereum to Neo in the past, what does it really say about your blockchain? If anything, it just proves that it can be used. So I think Stellar has nothing to think badly over their blockchain. I think Stellar is very useful, and it has proven very useful. And if this is what Kin or Kick wants to do, then so be it. But it's going to be interesting to see how this blockchain in itself kind of plays out. Next up for this one, we have the reason why Bitcoin price crashed $500 plus token scammed, moved another 13,000 Bitcoins worth 118 million. So I wasn't aware that this was taking place, but the Plus token laundered 13,000 Bitcoin. They happened to use mixing services. There seems to be this has been happening apparently since August 2019. They've been kind of selling on and off. And the mixers are just exchanges that don't use any KYC, and they just repeat that pattern of swapping cryptocurrencies from Bitcoin to Ethereum or Bitcoin to Bitcoin, depending on what they want to do within that exchange. And so these are usually considered illegal, especially in this kind of setting when it comes from a scam. And then at the time, we had Bitcoin trading at 9,100 when the transaction took place. So they push out 13,000 Bitcoin at a value of 118 million. Now, they did do something similar back in December 2019 with around 105 million at that time. And that was Ethereum tokens of around 790,000. So they've had this pattern, and it seems like only a matter of hours after their sale of that amount of Bitcoin, it brought the price down over 5%. And then it seemed like it just continued to go down in price. Of course, we do have the stock market and other things, and people like to be in fear due to all the stuff that's going on around the world. But I don't think, that we were holding on pretty well. So I'm going to sit here and do believe that this had to have some impact on the market, because we seem to be in the green. We seem to be doing pretty decent, even though the stock market had crashed. Now, following up on crash or markets that are crashing, we have oil slumped around 30% this Monday. And, the global stock market did also, Italy's stock market pushed down around 10% or expected to sell off by 10%. We see oil right now down almost 35%, all the way down to $27.20. That was the lowest it touched. And that was the lowest price level since the Gulf War in 1991. So big numbers here, very big things to keep eye on, because we haven't seen all this happen in the past. This, it hasn't always been this correlated. So we'd usually see some kind of safe haven, right? If you see the stock market crash, you have gold, and even gold itself has been, kind of struggling also to keep that safe haven level. Now, with the oil market also doing the same, you have the Dow Jones futures here at 5.05% drop, and the NASDAQ down 4.8%. And that's following the S&P 500's 5% plunge. So, the stock market is seeing their hits here since the last global financial crisis in 2008. We're going to see how things are going to play out, but my bet is still bullish on Bitcoin. We have the halving event. It cannot be... you just can't ignore that. Bitcoin's come way too far, and it's been out since after that crash back in 2008 that took place in the US. And this is what it was made for. So I think that the hodlers, I think the real people that understand the technology are going to stick around. They're not going to be selling. Pro Bitcoin Jack Dorsey gets to keep his position as Twitter CEO. He got a $2 billion buyback deal for Twitter, which is pretty good. He won't get fired. We know that Jack Dorsey is supporting Bitcoin. He seems to be pretty open-minded in regards to Bitcoin, and at least the idea of some kind of cryptocurrency, which in this case, he's pretty bullish on Bitcoin. So pretty good to see. We did see Vitalik Buterin and other people support him. Even Elon Musk came out to pretty much be in support of Jack Dorsey. So happy he keeps his job. U.S. Congressman revamps proposal to legitimize Bitcoin and other crypto assets. So now we're seeing a new act. The Cryptocurrency Act of 2020 is looking to address a number of issues that we've seen with cryptos. Right now, it's going to categorize them into three different unique categories. We're going to see crypto commodities, cryptocurrencies, and crypto securities. Now, the cryptocurrencies themselves are going to be just stable coins. So you're going to be looking at Tether, USD Coin, and True USD. And that is what they're proposing to call an actual cryptocurrency. So stable coins are going to hypothetically be the definition of a cryptocurrency if this gets approved. Then we have crypto commodities, which is what Bitcoin is, basically goods that are being exchanged on a blockchain or decentralized crypto ledger. And so the example they use is Bitcoin. And then crypto securities are debt, equity, and derivative instruments on blockchain, right? Which we've seen like decentralized finance and stuff when it's not DeFi, but when you do have actual lending taking place from corporations and stuff, that can be considered a security because you're expecting specific gains or specific payouts and all that good stuff. Next up, we have Square Crypto handing out money to boost Bitcoin adoption as Ethereum founder stands by Jack Dorsey. So Square Crypto is handing out 2 big grants. Currently, one of the grants is going to go to Bitcoin Core developer John Adek and Tancred Hayes, a UX-focused Bitcoin developer. So one of them is going to be focusing on allowing the Satoshis being sent via a text message, and that's going to be the latter. So that's Hayes's plans. And the first guy is going to just be working on Bitcoin. And that's pretty good to see. Just support there. Good to see that happening in the space, especially for these early developers within the Bitcoin Core system. And last for today, guys, Bitcoin mining difficulty hits new all-time high. So this is what I wanted to highlight. Currently, we are at a new all-time high for difficulty of Bitcoin. And this can be taken as a no sign of weakness. We are at a 16.55 terahashes, which is roughly a 7% increase in Bitcoin mining difficulty. And if there's no selling taking place with the mining difficulty being so high, it also kind of confirms that this could be treated as miner optimism, meaning that it doesn't matter if there's profitability issues currently taking place. They're not going to capitulate and unplug their mining gear, which is good. But again, we do need to eventually see that Bitcoin price increase. We can't put too much pressure on miners. So that is obviously going to be dependent on the market and any potential weak hands we have left to push out. Currently, the Bitcoin adjustment moved at 10 minutes, and we saw that 7% increase. Right now, we're 2 months away from that halving. So, we're getting down right to it, guys. Under 60 days, I believe, or near 60 days left. But that's going to be it for this one. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and click the like button. You can sub to the channel for more blockchain news. I keep these coming to you Monday through Friday throughout the week to keep you guys posted and ready to take on your crypto day. Go ahead and leave a comment down below to support me. Show me some love. You can talk about these articles a little bit more, and I'll see you guys on the next one.